Right, we live. We live. Let's see. Let's see. See if we get somebody to join last minute live stream. Yo, if you're in the chat, let me know. Let me know. Hit that like button when you come in. Just going live real quick. Had a busy day. Want to tap in with the channel. Tap in, tap in. Hit the like button for me. So that way the link can get out to more people. Just want to talk a little bit about Terence Crawford, Canelo Alvarez, Terence Crawford skill set. Been a lot of talk about this. Jaron boost Ennis sparring. So I definitely want to address that. Want to address that for sure. Let me see. If you in the chat, hit the like button. What's going on, people? Last minute live stream. Had a busy week this week. Busy week, busy week. Busy is good though. So we're going to talk about Bud and Canelo. Let some more people hop in. Let me see. Boots is the Timu Bud. Yeah, we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about this whole Boots Ennis situation with the sparring and how big of a deal is it really. I think people blowing the sparring out of just blowing it up for no reason, to be honest. Canelo and Boots sparring. Hit the like button when you come in the chat. Let's talk some boxing. Talk some Canelo Boots. We got the fight coming up. It'll be here before we know it. It'll be here before we know it. Oh man, I had to. I'm still getting used to the whole live stream thing. I just noticed I didn't. Hold on, let me see something. Oh, I gotta select the. I may have messed up on that. It's all good. Right, hit the like button if you come in. I may have to, because I didn't plan this live out. I literally was like, all right, I got a little bit of time to hop on, but I may have to just set it live and do the whole setup for it so that people know to join. Make people aware. May do one tomorrow because I really want to talk about this. I am really trying to talk about what do you all think of the sparring from Boots Ennis for Canelo, and do you think people are making a big deal out of nothing with that sparring. Hit the like button if you're in the chat. Drop a message. Let me know you in here. What's good, people? Sorry for the late live stream. This was last minute. Been a crazy week of work for me. Crazy week, but we almost to fight night. We almost to fight night. So the talk of the town has been the Boots Ennis versus Terence Crawford. I mean, the Boots Ennis versus Canelo Alvarez sparring. We got people calling Boots a sellout for sparring Canelo, which I don't understand how he's a sellout for that, but let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. How is Boots a sellout for going to spar Canelo Alvarez? I am curious. And is the sparring more beneficial for Boots or for Canelo? They both got fights coming up. And I don't think that Boots can replicate Canelo Alvarez personally. I mean, it's been a long week. I don't think Boots can replicate Terence Crawford personally in sparring. I mean, he can switch styles, but they're two different types of fighters. Two completely different types of fighters. I don't think Bud is worried about that sparring that Canelo and Boots had at all, to be honest. It's just going to make the victory that much sweeter for Bud. Might give him an extra little push. Not that he needs it. Skills pay the bills. Hit the like button if you're in the chat. Drop a message. And then let me know who you all got in the fight between Canelo and Boots. Coming up September 13th on Netflix for all the straps, all the belts at 168. Let's get some people in here. I know it's late, last minute stream. Let's talk Bud and Canelo and the sparring with Boots. Let's see. Boom, boom, boom. Hit the like button if you come in. Let's go. Drop a message so I can know who in here. Drop me a message. Let's chop it up. Got a little bit of time this evening to talk Canelo and Boots. Then got some film study to do. We got some fights coming up next week. Jason, what's up, bro? Hey, Jason, question for you. What do you think about the sparring with Boots and Canelo? Do you think people are making a big deal out of nothing, or do you think that it's like something there? Do you think it's a cause for concern? Because I personally don't. I think, yeah, Boots can fight both ways, orthodox and southpaw, but I don't think his style is similar to Bud's at all. Nah, I don't understand why people are calling him a sellout for going to spar Canelo. It's not like he part of Boots' team. I mean, it's not like he part of Bud's team. And like, why would you turn down sparring with Canelo Alvarez if you Boots Ennis? What up, bro? Yeah, let's go. Let's talk. Let's talk. Let's chop it up. Let's chop it up. Yo, Mankey Crazy, I got that video coming for you tomorrow too. For the members, for their review. That's a firefight. I already did like some film study, but I'm gonna do like a complete breakdown. It's a good fight. Some stuff I see. I'll be interested to pick your brain about that fight too next weekend. Yo, if you in the chat, hit the like button. All right, question for the chat. All right, let's see. Jason Williams getting us kicked off. Boots doesn't owe Bud anything. I don't think it makes a difference for Canelo, but I can't understand why some folks view it as a sellout move. So Jason, why do you say they view it as a sellout? Like with us knowing what a sellout is, we start okay. How is Boots a sellout for going to spar Canelo? Yes, sir. Man, keep crazy. Yep, I got you, bro. I appreciate you becoming a member. Yeah, Jason, I agree with you. Like Boots done oh but anything, but people calling him a sellout and stuff. It's like he going to spar. He getting work. Like why would he say no to work from Canelo? Yeah, I'm not understanding that. Now I still got Bud in the fight, and like I think the going to get Boots is the best person he could have got, but I still think that it's two different styles. But I think Boots being able to switch and his athleticism and be able to move, I think that was a smart move by Canelo. Man, exactly, bro. Exactly. I did a live stream, I think Monday this week, and I was talking about that. He had a year to get up and weight. Yeah, he didn't do any fights like tuning up at like 160 or even 168. He let his body get acclimated to the weight. He knew he probably had one more big fight in him, and I think he's putting it all on the line for this fight. Oh yeah, I know dudes from Cali and Texas deal with racist Mexicans, so it's very personal for them. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yes. Yeah, people got different things they live by based on where they are. Canelo's natural weight class is 160. Yeah, people act like Canelo is. I mean, Canelo big. Don't get me wrong, but it's not like he David Benavidez or something, bro. I think Bud at the actual weigh-in, I think Bud would be like probably 167. And I think coming into the fight, he might be between like 170, 173, maybe. Yeah, I would say like 170 because I think he's gonna want to keep that speed. Yeah, so like weighing, I think they'll probably be close in weight, but it's the day of the fight because there's no rehydration for Canelo. The day of the fight, I think that's where the discrepancy is gonna be. Yeah, and then it's like, what's gonna happen to Canelo late in the fight? Oh, and then I'm letting you all know now. Let's see, make it. I'm not betting on this fight though. Maybe if the book has a special offer only. Oh yeah, you smart gambling, smart gambling. Now I'm going to do the over total rounds, but I'm going to parlay that. I'm gonna do over 10 and a half rounds. And since I've been on here talking about it, I think I'm gonna put some money on Bud money line, but I'll probably parlay that also because I'm going to be at the fight. So I need to be able to enjoy the fight. If I'm making crazy bets, I'm not gonna be able to really enjoy it. Yeah, I agree, Jason. Kind of like when Floyd fought Canelo. Floyd was like way under. Well, not way under, but he was under. How would Bud carry the weight is what you should be worried about. Michael Martinez, that's literally what we're talking about. They got it. I forgot his name. If he hop in here, the guy that made 50K, you talking about Jason, you talking about off of the Spence and Bud fight. I forgot his name. Yeah, I hope he pop in here. If you made the 50K off the Bud, and Spence fight, I'll recognize his name when he pop up in here, Jason. Hit that like button when y'all come in the chat. All right, so we talking about Canelo and Bud, obviously. Big fight coming up. And so I got two questions. Do you all think people are underestimating Canelo as we go? Yeah, he was, Jason. Do you all think that people are underestimating Canelo as we get closer to the fight? Or do you all think that Bud really is that skilled to where he's on another level than Canelo? Because the fact that he's moving up two weight classes, I'm like, you would think that the odds would be crazy, but there are a lot of people picking Terence Crawford. Now, I did see some people start switching sides when they found out Canelo and Boots were sparring. And I did see that, but again, I think they're blowing that out of proportion. Do you think Bud takes too long to find a counter? He's treated like a savant, but he was in close fights until they weren't. Michael, you said you think you do think people are underestimating Canelo? Because like even though I have Bud winning, I think people are underestimating Canelo. Because like I've been watching Canelo again, like I I'm going for Bud, but I do not know how this fight is gonna go. And then I feel like the fact that a lot of people are picking Bud is just making Canelo locked in. But at the end of the day, Bud, he doesn't know how to lose. I just feel like he can adjust and get the job done. But I mean, I like them both as fighters. But man, and Canelo looking fast, got good head movement. So for me, like I look at both sides. Like I'm not somebody that's biased, like completely set on one person. I'm looking at both sides of it, and I do feel like people are underestimating Canelo. Mankey crazy. No, I don't think he takes too long to find a counter. I think he knows exactly what he's doing. Because yeah, he was in close fights until they weren't, but that's because guys, start making mistakes, and I think Bud waits on you to make a mistake, and then he begins to capitalize on that. So once he's about 3-4 rounds in, unless it's like the Spence fight, because the Spence fight he was on it, but I think if a guy tries to press him, then he kind of gets more on the aggressive side. They act like he's a scrub. Talking about they act like Canelo's a scrub. I don't think so though. I don't think they act like he's a scrub. Because I mean, nobody thinks Canelo's a scrub, bro. Like that would be people know Canelo not a scrub. I think it's fanboys on both sides. I think you got Canelo fanboys and you got Bud fanboys. Yeah, like right here, Alex Soto. Yeah, okay, too skilled. That's a Canelo fanboy. I remember him in comments before. And it's okay if you're a fanboy, Some people can be unbiased and some people are fanboys. That's just the nature of it. Yeah, he's minus last time I checked, well, on Hard Rock app, he's minus 200. Canelo is, which I thought the odds were going to be wider than that, to be honest. Leandrew Ballou. Canelo is not a natural 68 pounder, so with Bud's skill set, reach advantage, and in fact, Canelo hates movers. The odds are about right. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, that's very well stated. That's perfectly stated. Yeah, that's perfectly stated. At first, I don't know why I thought they were going to be crazy. Maybe because I really wanted to bet Bud, but I'm like, it's like plus 155 on my book. So I'm like, that's damn near 50-50. Let's see. If Canelo is underestimated, it's be he fake to put. And again got Cameron. Yeah. And I don't think oh yeah, I got you, man. You crazy. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think Buzz definitely not underestimating Canelo. And I like how Buzz camp is pretty much been quiet. Like they post the vlogs of Bud and Cam, but it's no pictures coming out of sparring footage or well not footage, but pictures like that's coming from Canelo's camp. So I like how they just been quiet. Many boxing analysts favor Canelo. Yeah. And they say like they see it being a close fight, but they think size is going to be the difference. Michael Martinez, can Bud take a punch? Flush. I mean, we're gonna find out, Michael. I mean, when was the last time Canelo knocked somebody out? Who was it? Caleb Plant? I'm not gonna act like Canelo is like this devastating knockout puncher right now, and he just and yeah, I'm pretty sure we've all seen Bud take a punch. If you watch boxing here, I think we've all seen Bud take a punch. So again, like we got to be realists here. I mean, Canelo didn't knock Jamel Charlo out, and I rate Bud way higher than Jamel Charlo. Remember, Canelo was crying for a smaller ring and kept talking about the time of everything. Canelo showed his concerns with that. How big is this ring? Did they? Because I know they released the judges and the refs. They believe Bud is unknown whether he can withstand the power of 12 rounds. Unlike Mayweather, Laura Bud won't be moving that much. Yeah, FX coach. And initially, I was like, man, Bud is going to be moving. He's going to be boxing. I mean, but as we get closer to the fight, even people from his camp are like, Bud's not going to be doing a lot of moving like people think. And that does concern me a little bit. Because I don't want him to exchange with Canelo a lot. I don't think that's smart, but again, like I can think whatever Bud Crawford knows better than I know. Like if he's gonna go in there and exchange, I'm sure he has a game plan. And whatever he knows more than all of us. So I'm gonna just stick with that. Because I'm like, all right, move around, box. But then again, you gotta have the judges, and I think the judges are going to go for the guy who's being the aggressor. I think they're going to look at the guy that's coming forward. Yeah, man, keep crazy. Somebody has said FX Culture Man said it. What about a draw in this fight? And I would hate for that to happen, but it might be like a Canelo Triple G1 where we get like a majority draw or something. That's a mistake people make. Canelo is used to fighting bigger guys. Bud is small. Canelo ain't going full throttle. Yeah, no. Probably round 7 or 8, Canelo's gonna slow down. Yeah, Canelo gonna slow down around 7 or 8, but I have to see. We got to see how Bud looks later in the fight. Also, considering this his first fight at 68. I mean, man, that's way different. Way different. He had one fight at 54, which he looks fine for, but now you're going up 2 more weight classes. Unless he's just gonna come into the fight extremely light, which I don't think is good either. I think he does need to be between like 165, 170. And the funny thing about Canelo is Canelo moved just as much as Lara moved against him. But Canelo, yeah. Leandre, yeah, he better have moved against Triple G. Triple G had them hammers coming. But the second fight, because I think Triple G had said something after that first one was like, I was the one fighting Mexican style. You was running. And then that's what made Canelo kind of step to him in the second fight. But the first one, Canelo was not having it. So, Mike, you think Bud is slow down with all the weight? With all the weight late in the fight? Because, yeah, I mean, he might. And regardless of Canelo's weight, I think we've always, like, that's been a concern with him. Like, he slows down later in fights. But recently, he's been able to pace himself in recent fights. And then against his last fight against William Skull, I mean, William Skull was just, I don't know what he was doing. I don't know what that was. Yeah, I think Bud definitely have more power at 68. I mean, but I don't think he'll have more power than Canelo. Let's see. If Bud runs for 12 rounds, the judges won't give it to him. I'm picking Bud's win, but on paper, he has no real advantages. Not in age, not in size, and he's coming off a year of inactivity. Yeah, he's gonna have to engage FX coaching. And hit the like button if you're in the chat. Hit the like button, please. Subscribe to the channel. Um, yeah, like Bud is at a disadvantage in this fight. Like for sure with the weight, the age. They fighting in Vegas. We know, like judges, like it's going to be very hard to beat Canelo on the cards. And some people think Bud is going to knock Canelo out, but I don't. I don't see anybody knocking Canelo out. But if Bud does it, I would be very, very surprised. And I'm going for Bud in the fight. But to knock Canelo out, that's a whole different ball game. They just don't want Bud to win because he's dark skinned and less marketable. Either way, he gonna whoop Canelo's ass. Lil Moon 215. Yeah, let's go. Let's get it cracking. That's what I'm talking about. We getting close to the fight, baby. We getting close to the fight. Let's hear it. So, how do y'all see the fight going? Do y'all think it goes decision, or do y'all think that Bud stops Canelo or Canelo stops Bud? Bud is a puncher. He doesn't have to hurt Canelo. Just hit him hard enough that he respects Bud. Yeah, that's all he has to do is get his respect. When I think when Mayweather and Bivol beat Canelo, I don't think they hurt him, but they had enough power to get respect. You don't have to hurt somebody to win a boxing match. On a point of people underestimating Canelo. How about people underestimating Bud too? Most of the narratives are negative about Bud moving to 168, but definitely has advantages on paper. Bud definitely, yeah. So I agree. So in response to FX coaching about Bud not having advantages, I think Bud has the speed advantage. He has higher ring IQ, way better footwork, way better footwork, and I'll have to see the numbers. I was gonna say accuracy, more accurate, but I'm not gonna say accuracy. But he's a better counter puncher than Canelo. The inactivity, yeah, Michael Martinez, yeah, the inactivity. That's gonna be interesting to see because, I mean, we're gonna have to see what Bud's timing is like. He's been out of the ring since last August when he fought Israel Madrimov. So we get it's some questions that we need answers to. I don't see Bud winning at all. I respect that. And I respect you coming in and saying that. And it's like, yeah, that's why we debate. We look at both sides of it. Don't go by age. Canelo has less tread on the tires than Bud. Canelo has had more fights, more wars, and Bud has been disciplined. Yeah, Canelo been pro since he was what, like 14 or 15? Bro, Canelo been a pro for a long time. Yeah, I think like Bud is older by 2 years. I think he'll be 38 at the end of September. So really 3, I believe, but 2 years right now. But I think Canelo definitely has more wear and tear on his body just because he's been fighting for so long. TKO Canelo starts Bud round 7 to 12 on FanDuel. What's the odds for that, Michael Martinez? You bet that? Yeah, he's a gym rat, Jason. But what I'm saying is, like, when he's in the ring fighting and he's in there with Canelo, I feel like it's gonna take him some time to get the timing of Canelo down. It's just gonna be some ring rust because, like, with the sparring and stuff, yeah, that prepares you for the fight, but that's not gonna be the same as the fight. And I mean, he fighting on the biggest stage that he's fought at. So it's like plus 600. You took that bet, Michael? If you look at Bud's last fight and Sean Porter's fight, they were close. You can't win a close fight against Canelo. Yeah, FX coach said he's gonna have to dominate Canelo, and I don't know if he can dominate Canelo because, I mean, again, when Canelo lost to Bivol, all 3 judges had it 115 and 113. When do judges ever have all the same scores? And then when he lost to Mayweather, Mayweather dominated him. One judge had it a draw. So Bud is going to have to really dominate Canelo. And I genuinely don't know if he can. I think he can, but I don't know. Canelo has better head movement, more proven chin, better at hitting the arms of a fighter. He ain't been, but hey, Michael, you betting it or you just saying the odds? Hey, we calling your bluff. You betting it or you just saying the odds of it? And then obviously, like in my posted section on the channel, I'll post what I'm betting for the fights. I'm gonna bet on the card, and we'll be back to betting on the fights next week. It's just been a quiet week in boxing, but I'll be in the posted section, and we get back to making money on our parlays and our single bets. Got a Pro Box card coming up too that I'm gonna be looking into. Bud was carrying Sean, and that was very evident. Crawford mom used to pay people to try to whip him. She also refused to say she loved him. This is why I believe he's gonna win that fight. I know that feeling. We know that feeling. He's gonna win. Yeah, yeah. Hey, Crawford mom was getting them ready. Was getting them ready for the pros. She was like, "Hey, I'll give you a dub if you could beat up my son." And she said, "Nobody beat him up. Nobody. So you saying his upbringing? You took Canelo for TKO and 7-12, 250 each. Oh, Michael, you put some bread out there. So you confident in this pick? Confident, 250 each. So you mean you took them for like TKO, or you did the KO, TKO, DQ bet? Let's see, Leandre. Yeah, we got it. This starting a competitive fight, but a really close fight. Sean wasn't winning round after round at any point in the fight, and he was stopped. Yeah, it was competitive, but yeah, Bud was. And what were the scorecards for that? Because I remember when they told Bud he was down on the scorecards, that's when he knocked Sean out. Was Bud actually down on the scorecards when they said that, or were they just trying to get him fired up? Canelo beating up Bud's arms is one of the most overrated narratives going into the fight. Canelo going to drop Bud and turn my Modelo beer bottle to a Bud Light can. I'm getting Canelo power. I'm thinking you saying round one. Canelo power going to drop Bud and turn my Modelo beer bottle to a Bud Light can. Oh, I got you. I got you. Money down the toilet. Hey, so you saying he just lost 500 off the bat? He just lost 500 off the rip. Hey, hit the like button if you're in the chat. You don't get points for hitting arms. TKO, KO bad. Plus 360. Also, Michael, you trying to cash out. So, okay. So Michael, how do you see? I know you say KO, TKO. So do you think like it's the corner stops it, or do you think Canelo like legit is gonna knock Bud out? He just saying the odds are about to waste money. Yeah, bro, 250s. Like, hey, you confident? I'm gonna be watching at the fight, watching close. Like, man, he hit that bet, came up. Canelo turned a lion to a kitten, and Bud turned a big fish into Finding Nemo. These two goats. Oh man, come on, man! Don't do Earl Spence like that. That was my favorite fighter. I was mad about that fight. I was very mad about that fight. But Bud, man, that was a bad night for me. I lost a lot of money going against Bud. Also got 500 with a coworker. Dang, Michael, you got $1,000 on the fight so far. You got $1,000 out there on the fight, and it's all riding on Canelo. Yeah, Lil Moon 215. That'd be a great ending to Crawford's story. A great ending. Even Spence has Bud getting knocked out. Where you see that at? I saw Spence say he was picking Bud to win. What does Canelo do different from his past fights? Because guys with much less IQ win 12. Exactly. Or is the size really the factor for betting a TKO? The size isn't going to be that big of a deal. Yeah, I mean, I think Bud's skill set, Bud is so skilled that he's like how Usyk is able to fight guys way bigger than him using his ring IQ, his footwork, and his skill set to still beat them. Like Canelo, Bud's not just great at stand in front of Canelo and exchange shots and get hit with crazy shots. He's going to adjust in the fight. He's going to switch stances, and I don't think this fight is ending inside 12. And I definitely don't see Canelo knocking Bud out. Even if it was during the time when Canelo was knocking people out, I just don't see him knocking Bud out. But it's like he would have to have Bud just standing there exchanging with him to maybe knock him out. And I don't think Canelo just great to be walking through Bud shots. Gonna be on suicide watch out of the fight. Man, he got a stack. Hey, Michael got a stack on the fight. Yeah, Jason, I was going to say, I saw Spence picking Bud. Yeah, I saw Spence picking. Spence definitely picked Bud on record. Yeah, and man, I hope it's not a draw, but I mean, that's I think it might be worth sprinkling a little cash on that, because we see a draw, then we get a rematch. But man, I think Bud, man, that would be like the perfect ending to Bud's career. Go off with a win against Canelo, and now the picture of the sparring with Bud and not with Bud, with Boots and Canelo been posted. So I think that's just gonna get Bud fired up even more. Canelo has to go get Bud without a great jab, and Bud has a great jab with the speed, with the IQ, better combination puncher. Yep. With Canelo, everybody keeps saying power. What else does Canelo have over Bud besides power? I'm curious. Or is power the only thing? What else is Canelo's advantage over Bud? Power. Is he stronger than Bud? Like, it's got to be more than power. Trust me, he will get stopped. All right. We will see. We shall see. So we just gotta trust you. Hey, Michael, you trying to do another bet? You try to do another bet? You seem like you're in a giving mood. That's coaching. If you're not a Bud fan, it's easy to pick Canelo to win, but I believe Bud's unique style set him apart from other fighters. If you're picking Canelo, it makes the most sense to bet on the stoppage. His size. Hey, anybody trying to bet Michael? He said he got some more money out there. Hey, Michael, like, I got money to blow. I got money to blow, Michael. So I'm betting on the over total rounds, and I'll probably put some money on Bud, but I'm gonna do it because I'm gonna be out at the fight. I'm gonna do it in Vegas where I get plus money odds. Put some money on the Bud just to win, because I'm not gonna do decision knockout just for him to win the fight. But the over total rounds, I'm gonna parlay that. And it's actually a decent card, a decent fight card. I know a lot of people were complaining about it, but I think the fight card is decent. And then we got Anyway fighting the very next day, or next morning, really. Hit the like button if you're in the chat. Drop your predictions for the fight. down below, we fastly approaching. I think we what about on Saturday we'll be 2 weeks out. We'll be 2 weeks out from the fight. Being 379. What up, bro? What's happening? What's happening? Talking about the Bud and Canelo fight. Dude, like Canelo. Yeah, that's the thing. And I like Canelo too. I think Canelo is a dog. I just think Bud is just I think Bud different. And like Bud continued to say, like, I see something. He been saying that for like 2 years. I don't know what he sees, but I trust him. Say he not paying nobody. He like, I'm out. Say I'm out. Monopoly money. Canelo does appear to get hit less. Yeah, I think Canelo got good head movement. Like definitely does a good job slipping the punches, rolling. Um, man, I'm just trying to play different scenarios in my head of how this fight's gonna go, and I legit have no idea how this fight's gonna go. Like I have a thought, but I just have to see how things are gonna look when they get into the first exchange. If Bud was naturally bigger instead of being undisputed at 40 and 47, let's say it was at 60 and 68, you think he get outskilled against Bivol? No, no. I think Bud has more skills than Bivol. Easy, Bivol. Yeah. No, I think he got more skills than Bivol. And Leandre, I like how you put that. I know what you're getting at. I'm gonna let you go ahead and respond, but I know what you're getting at. Yeah, he would destroy Bivol. Yeah, Bivol would stop. But Michael, do you under? Okay, so Leandre is saying if Bud was at 60 and 68, and then Bud went to fight Bivol at 75, you think Bivol would stop Bud? Really? That's interesting, considering Bivol's knockout, his knockout ratio. Canelo's defense does not translate to offense. He just moves his head and upper body. Don't nothing come back. And I and I think I'm laughing at Mankey crazy because you laughing at Michael saying Bivol will stop Bud. Yeah. Now I can see if you said better be, but yeah. Bud by decision is plus 210. Is okay. Tell me this, y'all. Is there any way Bud stops Canelo? If so, how? Because if there's no path to Bud stopping Canelo, I mean, I know anything is possible, but it probably makes more sense to bet the Bud by decision. Or do y'all think it's possible that like Bud is like that cold to where he can stop Canelo? Michael Martinez says no way. Yeah, I don't think Bud can stop him. That would be crazy to me. No, but no, I don't think anybody getting stopped in this fight. But I definitely don't think Canelo's getting stopped. I can't see the stoppers. I'm just hoping for it. Yeah, Canelo has to have a crazy high work rate, something like McDonald versus Floyd one, and we have to slip Bud's jabs like crazy. Yeah, Michael, I do agree there. It's if anybody were to get stopped, I think it would be Bud. I definitely, yeah, I don't know how anybody would stop Canelo. He would probably have to go up to heavyweight. Bud can stop Canelo if Canelo ages overnight. Man, bro, the fact that Canelo sparring Boots and it's this guy at 60, he's sparring a Cuban fighter, Hernandez. I don't know if you all ever seen him fight, but I was like more concerned about him sparring him than Boots, to be honest, because Hernandez is a problem. He'll be champ at 160. Just know next time Hernandez fight, we Max bet, depending on who he fight. If the odds not crazy, but that's a max bet. He is getting good looks. He is getting good looks. What you mean, Michael? You referring to Bud? Yeah, I do think it's more possible for, like, if it's a stoppage. Yeah, I doubt it to be Bud. I mean, I doubt it will be Canelo. I mean, this dude been in there with Triple G, Kovalev. Granted, it was Kovalev past his prime. He still was in there with him. She been there with Danny Jacobs. Yeah, Canelo been in there with some heavy hitters. I hear people saying Bud should attack the body, but I disagree. That leaves Bud open and too close. I mean, but he's gonna have to do something to, with Canelo being a bigger guy, he's gonna have to do something to slow him down. And people don't really go to Canelo's body. I think in all fights, I mean, and Bud is, I mean, his ring IQ is high enough, but you gotta go to Canelo's body because his head movement is so good. So if you just going up top all night, he's gonna slip a lot of that. Canelo's head movement is elite. Oh, he's getting good looks with sparring boots. I got you, Michael. Yeah, I agree. I mean, I think the main thing is like that footwork. Canelo moving, so he won't be as flat-footed in this fight, but I don't think he'll be able to hit angles and stuff with Bud. Yeah, yeah. I want to see what's gonna happen with that Boots and Virgil Ortiz fight early next year. Granted, assuming they both get past their next opponents, which I think they will, which I think gonna happen in that fight, Boots and Virgil Ortiz. Who do you pick for Bud and EJ? He picked Bud. MS. Bud can stop Canelo. I remember hearing the best of boxing analysts and 95% of comments everywhere talking about Usyk had no chance on Fury and no way he could KO Fury. They was all wrong. If I had access to the Discord, I can show you that I had Bud versus Spence. So Michael, the people that I give access to the Discord, that's one for like the betting purposes, it's for us to discuss fights, and then it's for anybody that's in the intermediate and advanced membership for us to discuss it. And for the advanced, I do the fight reviews that people ask me, but I still put that on the channel. So if at some point you want to become a member, I mean, you can put it there. You definitely more than welcome to become a member to the channel. I think Bud Beast fall at 168, not 175 though. Yeah, I'm not even gonna stunt, bro. Bud too small for Bivol. Bud's understood choice makes sense. I think Bud stops VOT KO referee stoppage. Oh, the Discord you was in. Oh, okay, I got you. Yeah, bro. I can't see Bud stopping Canelo. I can't even hold y'all. I Yeah, I don't know how, but if Bud stops Canelo, is Bud the GOAT? If so, okay, two questions. If Bud stops Canelo, if Bud beats Canelo, is Bud the GOAT, or is he not downplaying it? Is he top five? If Canelo beats Bud, where does that put Canelo on the pound for pound rankings? Yeah. Charlo called everybody out, but man, Charlo, that sound good to actually get back in the ring and do something, because your last performance against Canelo, you just laid down. You didn't even try to fight. If he stops Canelo, he is the GOAT. Okay. If Bud stops Canelo. Hey, Leandre's all right. So my guy, you a Floyd fan. Hey, Floyd, Floyd, that's my favorite fighter. But I'm like, man, if Bud stopped Canelo, it's gonna be hard for me to put Floyd over Bud. But I don't know, because Floyd was a dog. Canelo won't get any credit for beating Bud, only money. So Michael, that's what I was wondering too. So it's like a lot of people are saying Bud is small, Canelo's strong, Canelo's got too much power. Is Canelo going to get the credit if he beats Bud? Which I think he should. I think he should get the credit because like Bud is pound for pound number 2 or 3 right now. Like that's the point of pound for pound. Like I think that means you should be able to go to multiple weight classes and to be able to fight. And if you step in that ring, it's mano y mano. Y'all on the equal playing field. So I don't think people should downplay Canelo's. If Canelo wins, I don't think people should downplay that because of the size. I'd rather them downplay Edgar Berlanga win because Edgar Berlanga was a bum. Bud is God of his generation if he stops Canelo. Okay, I like that. If Bud beats Canelo, I put him pound for pound 1, top 3 all time. Okay, that's fair. It would be Canelo's era post Floyd, hands down. He beats another champion too. There's more to a win against Bud than a win over Skull or Trollo or McGee. Yeah, facts. Yeah. Yeah, this just helps Canelo's legacy even more if he gets a win against Bud. But if Bud beat Canelo, whoo. And then I'm assuming, I think this is Bud's last fight. But what would be next for Canelo after this fight? Like let's say Canelo loses, then what's next? I mean, he's Canelo, so he's still gonna be able to get big fights regardless. This title is unfair to Canelo's skills. Boxing Nerd 101. Okay, how so? Do you think Canelo has more skills than Crawford? Probably Shiraz. Oh yeah. And I don't think I know people say they want to see that Hamza Shiraz and Canelo fight, but I don't think Hamza can deal with Canelo, to be honest. I think Canelo beats him pretty easily. But he has to be dominant. It can't be. Yeah, Bud got to be dominant for sure. Canelo won a handicap Spence before he fought Charlo. Yeah, Leandre. That's what I'm. He's much better defensively. Okay, where else? Okay, defensively, where else is Canelo better than Bud? Yeah, hey, Canelo was almost ready to fight Jake Paul if Turkey Al Sheik wouldn't have stepped in. It was gonna be Canelo against Jake Paul instead of Tank. Yeah, I think Canelo beat Shiraz. Like Shiraz, like he had a good fight against Edgar Berlanga, but I don't think he. In the exchanges, Canelo is better body attack. So boxing nerd, how is Canelo and Bud exchanging and Canelo better in the exchanges? How is that saying Canelo has more skills? Because exchanges is not a skill set. To be honest, this isn't a good fight for Canelo. If a 147-pounder beats him, nobody's going to fear him anymore. Yeah, I agree there. Canelo is used to having a lower center of gravity than his opponents. He's going to feel uncomfortable against someone his size. Huh. I didn't think about that. I did not think about that. That's a good point. That's a very good point. I did not think about that at all. Remember the punch Bud hit Kell Brook? That type of punch can take any man out. Yeah, it's the ones you don't see coming. And that's what Bud been saying. He was like, I'm not worried about like power, one punch power. He was like, it's the ones that people don't see coming are the ones that hurt the most. Bud has better IQ, facts, better footwork, facts, better jab, facts, better combination puncher, adapts and fights way better than Canelo. Bud is more versatile all around. Yeah, so boxing nerd, Leandre just put it right there where Bud has more skills than Canelo. So the title of the video is, in my opinion, it makes sense unless you disagree with any of that. But the only advantage I see Canelo having is power. Um, I mean, head movement is better, but I'm not gonna say he's better defensively because Bud is a great counterpuncher. I think Bud's a better counterpuncher than Canelo. You think this fight look like Charlo Skull? There's no way this fight is gonna look like Charlo or a Skull fight, Michael. There's no chance. This fight will look closer to Erislan de Lara than Charlo and Skull. Charlo didn't even come to fight. Then Bud's not coming to lay down. Charlo came to just survive. At the end of the fight, he was like, I made it 12 rounds. I'm like, what kind of statement is that after you lose? Does opposition matter? What you mean, boxing nerd? Does opposition matter? Like you mean as far as like their resumes? The only thing that concerns me is Bud's been buzzed a couple of times before. But if Canelo buzzes you, it's a knockdown. Power can change a fight at any time. No one that I've ever seen in boxing history is comparable to Floyd Mayweather Jr. One day the world will stop making these comparisons. Mayweather is better at boxing than MJ at basketball. Hey man, I'm not arguing with nothing about Floyd, nothing positive about Floyd. That's my favorite fighter. So hey, y'all cool with me. Y'all good in my book. Opposition does matter, and the elite opposition Canelo faced, he never outclassed Bivol, Triple G, Lara, Mayweather. Even in the win, he never outclassed them. Canelo is very skilled and has done it against very skilled competitors. Now, boxing nerd, I do think Canelo has a better resume than Bud, if that's what you're referring to. Not sure what Crawford fights you've been watching, bro. I've been watching the same Crawford fights that everybody else been watching. That he got some that only you've seen. Defense, IQ, experience, power. Canelo coming in dead serious. Plant and Saunders were the last two fights he took serious. No, what did Roy Jones say, FX coach? And I didn't see it. He did a recent one. Oh, are you talking about what he said about Floyd? Like trying to fight Floyd? Is that what you're referring to? He beat them, no except Bivol. Yeah, like I'm not going to debate the resume. I definitely think Canelo got a better resume than Crawford. Crawford had no legs, no power, no speed. Reaction was very poor. Chin was barely holding at 54. You guys are asking for too much. Did you watch the same Madrimov fight that everybody else watched? Wait, so Crawford had no legs, no power, no speed. Reaction was very poor. Chin was barely holding, but he won the fight, right? He won, but he had no legs, no power, no speed. where people say some crazy stuff. Ring rust over 400 days out the ring. Yeah, Michael, I said that earlier. We have to see if ring rust is going to be a factor. Like, how long is it going to take him to get the timing down and stuff? Canelo has a more versatile defense, but Bud has better distance control, probably due to having quicker feet. Okay. Crawford not active, got watched by a 10-0 guy that's lacked a lot of experience. All right, so boxing magic. Okay, I see what type of person you are. I got you. I got you. Saunders and Plant, these guys are easy work for Canelo. What advantages do guys like Plant and Canelo have? Plant and Saunders have over Canelo? Not strength, speed, IQ, defense, nothing. Yeah, I mean, Billy Joe Saunders, man, come on, bro. Yeah, Canelo, I guess we can say he took those fight serious, but they not on the level of Terence Crawford. Oh, nowhere near. Billy Joe Saunders and Caleb Plant skill set are nowhere near the same skill set as Bud Crawford. It's not even close. He said Floyd. Are you talking about Roy Jones? He said Floyd never beat anyone good, which is crazy. He's got an excuse for every win, claiming Floyd's opponents were either too old or not on his level. Hey, bro, sometimes people get hit in the head, just mess their minds up. People get hit in the head too much. They say crazy stuff. FX coaching. Yo, hit the like button if you're in the chat. Appreciate you all in here tonight. Hit the like. Styles make fights. A close competitive fight with Madrimov. Madrimov gives everyone in 54 a tough fight due to his style, speed, and footwork, like Sean Porter at 47. That's a fact. That's a fact. Crawford is a brawler at heart. That's what you guys are forgetting. He's a stubborn fighter at that. And if you hit him, he tries to get it back, and that will get him in trouble. Well, Crawford's what now? Was he 41-0? Is that what Crawford is right now? So every time he tried to get it back, he was successful at getting it back. So obviously everything he's done to this point has worked. There's no blueprint to beat Terence Crawford right now. There is a blueprint to beat Canelo Alvarez. Madrimov has over 400 amateur fights. Canelo is quick to Amir said. Yeah, didn't Amir pick Crawford? So didn't he say he thinks Crawford will win? If I'm not mistaken, you talking about when he was on Sean Porter's podcast? Yeah, Lil Moon 215. That's my question. I don't know how somebody get watched that wins the fight. that's crazy work. He was outboxing of. Yeah, Amir Khan was working Canelo until Canelo hit that glass chin. Yeah. That's something else Roy Jones almost said. He said that Floyd ducked Amir Khan. Roy Jones was talking crazy. But yeah, Amir Khan was working Canelo, but that chin made it glass. No, it's not. Virgil beat him easily. Similar to Floyd versus Cotto. Madrimov is a bum. Wow, now Madrimov is a bum. Whew. Now he was champ at 154 when Crawford beat him. But it's like after Crawford beat everybody, after Crawford beat him, they just a bum now. Man. Skill set matters. What levels matter even more? September 13th, the blueprint will be there. I like that, boxing nerd. I like that. Bud can outbox him. Amir was not working. He wasn't? Okay. Trust me, Bud will get rocked. Virgil. To the man who said Mayweather has not fought anyone, he has over 50% KO ratio. 50% of the people he beat were former world champions. Also, have you ever heard of a man that goes by the Drunken Master? Yeah, that Drunken Master and Floyd fight was crazy. I think Floyd said that was like one of his toughest fights. Drunken Master was just so awkward. He didn't get the win in a lot of his fights just because of his style. Like, people was like, what is this? But people cannot hit him. Yeah, it was landing on him and Will. And again, that was and Leandre, I know you understand, like, styles make fights. But to say Bud barely beat Madrimov, that's just people listening to the media. Go watch the fight on mute. I had Bud winning 8-4. And regardless of what people say, Bud won the fight. I think Canelo lost to Erislandy Lara, but I'm not trying to run with that narrative because Canelo got the win. And I think Bud smokes Erislandy Lara. Keyshawn versus Hitchens, who you got? Ooh, that's a good fight. That's a good scrap. I don't know, bro. You gotta see how Keyshawn look at 140. But I lean Keyshawn, but we gotta see how he look after all this stuff went on. I think he'll be good though. But I like Keyshawn in that fight. Calling professional world champions that also happen to be elite amateur bums is crazy. Boxing fans are delusional. Yeah, bro, it's crazy. I'm like, Madrimov is a bum. I'm like, wow, world champ, bum. But he was never a bum until Crawford beat him. Bud gets hit flush in every fight. And Bud is 41-0. Okay. I think it's 41. So maybe getting hit flush is what makes him fight back and stay undefeated. I don't know. Because I feel like if Bud got hit so flush that he wouldn't be undefeated and somebody would have dropped him by now. Yeah, exactly. That Roger Mayweather voice. Never really fought a skilled power puncher like Canelo. This is the best, most skilled boxer Crawford fought. So I definitely think this is the best and most skilled fighter that Crawford fought. Like, I think Canelo is definitely the best fighter he's fought. Yeah, I don't think this is the most skilled person that Canelo's fought because Canelo fought Floyd. Floyd the GOAT. Mean Machine dropped him. Oh yeah, when his glove hit the canvas in that fight, but the ref didn't call it. The boxing nerd, that's what you're talking about with the David Avenesian fight. What was it, like the 5th round or something? There are 3 fighters I just can't bet against: Shakur, Bud, and Keyshawn. Yeah, I'm glad Keyshawn moved up so him and Shakur don't have to fight. Because I know that they close. I'm like, and they said they would never fight. I just didn't want somebody to offer them like a crazy amount of money to end up fighting. Sacramento Truth Movement. I don't know what you talking about, but we gonna get you up out the chat. Yeah, we gonna get him up out the chat. I don't know what they talking about. All right, I agree that Canelo is the most skilled he's been in the ring with, but will have second best skills to Mayweather. Facts that Canelo has been in the ring with, and Bud has the most killer instinct. Bro, that MJ and NUA fight, bro, that's a good fight. I think that fight is flying under the radar. That's a good fight. I mean, I'm a huge NUA fan, but MJ is that style because MJ's from where? Uzbekistan. And then does MJ have the same? Because I saw he was training, I think at Baval's gym. Does he have the same trainer as Baval? Because I like NUA, but NUA does, he dropped that hand, which we saw Lewis Neary drop him, and who else dropped? He got dropped by somebody else, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. But it's just like after you drop him, it's game over. He just settle in and he don't make that mistake again. I think NUA wins, but I gotta watch some more film on MJ because I think that's gonna be a competitive fight. This is a good fight, though. I'm having a good time talking boxing with everybody leading up to the build up. This is what it's all about. Yeah, facts. Yeah, I'm definitely enjoying this and hearing like both sides to it. So I like how Michael Martinez he came in and he going for Canelo, but he actually stated why he thought Canelo would win. It wasn't just like saying some outlandish stuff. So I definitely respect that. Do you think 135 Floyd can beat Shakur? Yeah, I do. Yeah. That's when he was Pretty Boy Floyd. When nobody beating Pretty Boy Floyd, bro. That was before Money Mayweather. Yeah, he has the same coach as Ramon Cardenas. Oh, he got the same coach as him. That's gonna be interesting. Oh, Joel Diaz is his coach. What you think about that fight? Who you got in that? Joel Diaz, I didn't know that was MJ's coach. He a great coach. He's an excellent coach. Power punches before Canelo put Amir Khan to sleep, 42-28. Okay, what was the total punch count? I would expect Canelo to have more power punches than Amir Khan. Amir Khan wasn't a power puncher. What was the total punch count? Let me see. Yeah. Floyd defense was 64-48. Canelo total punches was 64 and Amir Khan was 48 at the time Amir Khan got knocked out. Like landed punches. On landing punches versus Amir Khan. Yeah, I don't think total punches. Okay. I thought Amir Khan had landed more punches than Canelo, but I stand corrected then. Yeah, I don't think anybody beating Floyd at 135. That's before Money May came into play. Right, hit the like button. I'll be on for maybe like 10 to 15 more minutes. Then hadn't had a chance to go live since Monday, so I wanted to get on here, talk to you all before the fight, and then I'll be doing. I'll have to see what the layout is in Vegas, but I'm gonna be trying to do like live stream. But I'm gonna be doing some members only live streams at the fight. I'll have some on the channel, but I'm pretty sure I'll be at the weigh-in and then I'll obviously be at the fight. So I'm gonna do some members only live streams and some stuff for the main channel. So yeah, if you interested in joining the members section, become a member, talk fights, put bets in. I show the tickets of all my bets. Y'all can check my post section on the channel. I think Inoue would destroy MJ. We've seen thus far, but the latter will probably make adjustments, keep his hands up, throw more straight punches, pulling off the upset. Yeah, bro. I just don't know how. I agree with you. But MJ, he does make mistakes, and I think anyway he goes for blood. So I think anyway, man, I think he'll get him out of there, but I don't think it'll be early. I think it'll be later in the fight. It definitely won't be early. I think it'll be later in the fight. Tank was really special. He definitely has great talent. He's careless, not a calculated boxer. He gives away rounds, relies too much on his power, overconfident that it'll always bail him out. Yeah, and and it did until it didn't. We saw that with the Lamont Roche fight. I think he was confident that he was going to be able to get him out of there when he decided to put his foot on the gas. Oh yeah, he's definitely much slower than Inoue. MJ definitely slower than Inoue for sure, and he's not as explosive. And he's been for a while he had been calling Inoue out and trying to say Inoue was ducking him. So I think Inoue gonna have something special for him. No doubt, Brody. Yeah, I appreciate you coming in. Like I said, even when we on like opposite sides, like it's still good to talk boxing. I love the sport. I respect everybody's opinion. Um, and I definitely want to hear everybody's thoughts on fights. And like, thanks for giving that punch count. Because I assumed Amir Khan had landed more shots than Canelo, but yeah, I was wrong. And like with this Bud Canelo fight, yeah, I'm going for Bud, but if Canelo win, I'm not gonna be like upset or anything or talking crazy. I think whoever wins deserves to get credit, like a significant amount of credit. I mean, because it's the biggest fight, probably what the last like decade. It's a huge fight. And then so we'll have some videos coming out this weekend and all next week as we get ready to bet on some fight cards coming up next week. Let's see what else. Next week, and then the following week, we got the Canelo Bud fight. Yeah, so we're going to have a busy September, y'all. So yeah, if you are already in the Discord, let's start to talk about the fights coming up, bets you all making. Let's share the bets we making. If you're not a member yet, then you can just wait till I post the videos and put it down in the comment section of the video, and we can discuss it there. But for like direct access to me and other members, become a member, and then we do breakdowns and all of that good stuff. You're absolutely right about Inoue being more explosive. MJ needs to load up a lot on his punches to hurt his opponent, whereas Inoue can drop them with arm punches. Yeah, bro. Inoue power is that, and that card is it's another fighter on there that I'm gonna be betting on. What is his name? I'll let you know his name right now. What's that fight? The 14th. So Yoshiki Taki or Yoshiki Takai, I have to look at his opponent, Christian Medina, because Yoshiki Takai he tough. Like I love betting on the Japanese fighters because they come to scrap, they come to bang, and they not trying to go the distance. They're trying to get you out of there. And there with the simple two, he got no leverage on that shot, and it still put him to sleep. Yeah, and that Lewis Neary fight, that fight was fire. Yeah, yes, sir, man. Keep crazy. Devin or Brian Norman Jr. Man, I got Brian Norman Jr. in that. I mean, but I still need to do. Man, I just don't think Devin the same after that Ryan Garcia fight. I hope I'm wrong, but I don't think he's the same. And Brian Norman Jr. He young, he can move, he athletic, and he can throw that left hook. He can throw that left hook. Yoshiki Takai. Yeah, yeah, man, he crazy. Yup. Has a very good chin, but zero defense. Yeah, his defense definitely not the best. So that's why I gotta see the guy he's fighting, Christian Medina Jimenez. Let me see where he's from. Cause if this is another thing I look for is like when on the Japanese fight cards, if they have like Mexico versus Japan, he's Mexican. Okay. And he's 25-4 with 18 knockouts. All right, so well, let me not say I'm a bet on Takai right off the bat. We might be looking to bet on the upset here. We might be looking to bet on the upset. And Medina's been his opponent. Let's see, he's lost 4 times, but he hasn't been knocked out at all. All right, so we may have found something here. We may have found something, but we'll look at that as the fights get closer because this fight isn't until the 14th. But he did, one of his losses was to a Japanese fighter. Yeah, we'll break that down. Yeah, yeah, man, keep crazy. If the guy he's fighting has good power on his shots and like that aggressive Mexican style, we might be betting on the underdog in that one. And I know you are in the Discord, so we'll talk about that over there in that members only section. But I gotta get that fight fight film study up for you this weekend for the fights next weekend. We're gonna make some money on that card. Yeah, yep, I did see that because when he fought who was it that Takabi? Because I saw him like 2 fights ago for the first time. Because he's only what like 9-0. Well, he's 11-0 now. But I saw him when he was 9-0 against Dago Higa. Yep, that was my first time seeing him, which was last year. No, Jason Maloney. Jason Maloney. I saw him fight Jason Maloney. But yeah, he did come from kickboxing, so he definitely has a different style. And I'm trying to see. I'm gonna see if this is the first Mexican boxer that he's gonna be fighting. Yeah, so that fight card, I'm telling y'all, when people want to see action, watch the Japan fight cards, especially when you got a Japanese fighter fighting against a Mexican fighter. Fireworks, guaranteed every time. Yeah, Jason Maloney was the first fight I saw him. I saw the Diego Higa fight too, but Jason Maloney, that was the first fight that I saw. Takai fight because I had never heard of him. Then when I looked him up, I was like, he came from kickboxing. So before I had even seen him fight, I saw he came from kickboxing. I'm like, oh, Jason Maloney should be able to outbox him, but that was not the case. That was not the case at all. Yo, who y'all got in the Keith Thurman versus Sebastian Fundora fight? You got in that one. Keith is too old. Yeah, he up there. He what, 36 now? Man, Keith crazy. I didn't see that one. I'm gonna have to go check that fight. Man, Keith crazy. Where you from? Where are you from? So you be watching the Japan fight cards too. Those come on at like 4 a.m. my time. That's a tough one. So y'all think that's a 50-50 fight, the Thurman and Fandor fight? I got Fandor TKO Thurman at the. Yeah, I think I got Fandor at this stage. I'm in Florida, so I'm trying to see if I hear anything about how Thurman's camp is going or anything. Because I'm not too far away from St. Pete, where his gym is. Says a 50-50. Yeah, and Brock Jarvis is not. Yeah, and Brock Jarvis is not anywhere near Sebastian Fedor. And I think Fedor is getting even better because he's getting more confident. And you got to get past, what is Fedor, 6'6"? What's his reach advantage that fight on Thurman? Yeah, Thurman 30. Bro, he 36. Salute to him for, getting that fight though. But man, that's gonna be a tough one. Oh, okay. I got you. I got you. What did Takai do? Was he able to keep his distance to get against him and outbox him? Or did he stop him? All right, y'all. I'm gonna give it 5 more minutes. 5 more minutes. I gotta get some rest. Get ready to get some stuff done tomorrow. Definitely appreciate y'all tapping in. Please hit that like button. If you're not a member of the channel, join the channel membership. Even if it's just to support the channel, just a couple bucks a month. Yes, outbox at distance. Doctor stoppage around 12. I cut. Wait, that's not the one where. No, that's not the one where the guy started bleeding and the ref stopped it and the blood was all on the ref's shirt, was it? Hey, thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate you joining. You're very knowledgeable about boxing. It's tied away, so he's always close to being knocked out. Yeah, bro. I like you. He be out on. It look like he out on his feet sometimes, and then he just come out of nowhere and just throwing hammers. But all right, y'all. Hit the like button. I definitely appreciate you all joining a live stream. It was fun. I'll be back on uh probably I'll put it in my posted section. I'll let you all know ahead of time. This was like last minute. Had I worked like 12 hours straight today. So I came home. I'm like, man, let me hop on live, say what's up to everybody. Okay, bet I'm gonna check it out, bro. Um, and then we get ready to get back active next week with these fights. So I'm gonna be doing my homework, put out videos. So leave comments on the videos. Let me know what you all think about upcoming fights. We're ready to start betting money. And then also when I'm out in Vegas at the Crawford Canelo fight, I'll try to get as much content as I can for you all. I'm obviously going to try to really enjoy the moment and enjoy my time out there. But I am going to try to get footage and I'll try to like do a live stream at the weigh-in and stuff like that. I obviously can't live stream the fight, get banned, and I wouldn't want to do that anyway. Well, no need to. It's going to be on Netflix. But I'll live stream different stuff out there if I'm able to like connect with anybody or something, I'll let the channel know as well. All right, y'all. So stay tuned in the posted section. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. And I'll catch you all in the next live stream. look for the easy money videos from my boxing picks. Those will start rolling out again by this weekend, and we ready to make it a great September. It was a great August. We hit a max bet, and we hit a big bet. So it was a good August. Let's keep it rolling into September. All right, y'all. Have a good night. Appreciate the continued support. See you all soon. Peace.